finally, we have other people, boxers, telling you what I've been telling you regarding Keyshawn Davis and his recent celebration after Andy Cruz lost. Ugh. Despicable. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I've made a couple of videos about this. Check those on the channel. But now, this is the follow-up. And I am very happy to report that boxer Ashton Sylve, who he was at a point signed with Jake Paul, MVP Promotions, right? He's coming out and he's speaking his mind regarding Keyshawn Davis and what he did. So let's take a look at that. Boom. Now, I love it. He says, cornball. Pretty straightforward. Lack of character. You should have been the one beating Andy Cruz, right? The same exact thing that Boxing Ego told you. Wouldn't be prudent, right? And finally, the man says, you can't go 0-4 with a guy and then celebrate someone else beating him, especially when you should have been in the ring with him yourself. Instead, you making excuses not to fight him. Facts. Making excuses not to fight him. And you use a loss as a reason to duck. That's not what a real competitor does. We are not the same. I can't wait to put belts on y'all. I know y'all glad that I lost because it gives you guys a reason to duck. But deep down, you know I'm still that guy, and it's only a matter of time. Now, this is what I do this for. When I make these videos, a lot of people, they say, Ego, we understand. Good video. But then, you know, the usual suspects, the negative Nancy's, they want to come and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, yada, yada, yada. But I tell y'all, check the scoreboard. Your boy Ego, the stuff that I say on my channel, the stuff that I report, you always see it like almost to a T what I've been saying, what I've been putting out. And then you'll start hearing the trainers, you'll hear champions, fighters, you know, they all start mirroring what I told you from day one. So I know I'm in good company. I know what I'm doing is right with this movement. If you want to become part of the movement, Ego's Army, you had better subscribe and get started now. Because I promise, when you see what I do this year in this sport and in this game, I'm going to have a running tally of who was riding with the movement and who wasn't. And at that point, there is going to be no new friends. So you might as well join forces right now. Use my link me and let's get it cracking. So first of all, I love this message from Ashton Sylve, right? And I know the Keyshawn apologists, they're going to be like, oh, but he got knocked out by Lucas Bahdi, right? Which is true. He did get knocked out. He definitely got knocked out. However, you got to tell the full story. The man is 21 years old. He was born January 2004, right? So you look at guys like Sergio Martinez, right? Started boxing late. He fought Antonio Margarito, got knocked out early in his career. Some of y'all don't even know that. Some of y'all don't even know who Sergio Martinez is. But some of y'all didn't even know he fought Antonio Margarito. That's why you click on my channel. So I'm not really worried about him getting knocked out. He has an 83 knockout percentage. And sometimes you have to go through it to know who you are as a man, not even really just a fighter. So it is what it is. He did have a fight late last year in November. So we'll see what's next. And this is what I also don't understand. When a person is cooking and making a whole lot of sense, who cares? What is them being knocked out? Like y'all like to veer and try to distract from the conversation at hand. The bottom line is very simple. Keyshawn, the behavior was clownish for him to go to the fight. I don't have a problem that he went to the fight, but the guy that beat you 4 times in the amateurs, and you're doing all this posturing and all these dance videos and all this type of stuff like you beat the guy. What part of the game is that? Listen, put it this way. I'm going to keep it real. If you rock with that, unsubscribe from me. I know I just told you to join the movement, but I seriously don't want you to be a part of any movement that I'm about. So please unsubscribe from my channel. Do not watch me. We don't got nothing in common. And at the end of the day, you're not going to like my takes because we are 2 different characters. So is that simple. Do not watch me. If you condone that, if you think that like that is cool or, makes sense and like, oh man, he was just joking. It's weird, bro. It's weird. You doing all these videos like dancing and celebrating and talking about belt to how is it belt to you aren't Raymond Murataya. Like why are you so happy? Just like Boxer Ego said and Ashton Sylve said, why are you so happy as if somehow you coached Murataya to victory or somehow you made this happen? You didn't do anything, right? You didn't put belt to, and then as far as like the people who are going to be like, oh, who cares what Ashton Sylve says? Who cares what H2O has to say? He got knocked out. He fought a big puncher, right? Keyshawn, he ain't fought nobody that's a better fighter and a bigger puncher than Lucas Bahdi. I'll put that on. He hasn't. And if you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't. But Lucas Bahdi, that's why he got signed by Jake Paul. He a good fighter. He a good little up-and-coming fighter from Canada. So, yeah, I believe that. Keyshawn fought Dennis Baranchenk and an overweight Gustavo Lemos, who missed weight and clearly wasn't taking training seriously, right? And then he could have fought a big puncher in Edwin De Los Santos, but he missed weight. Then he comes out and say he was drinking and, he was drinking every day and all this type of stuff and taking shots at his old team. Just weirdo behavior all the way around. And this is what bothers me about Keyshawn and Shakur particularly, right? And really everybody that ran with Terrence Crawford, Clarissa Shields as well. I feel like that whole little community and congregation kind of does the same thing. But particularly, we'll say Keyshawn and Shakur, they will do certain things in the public or tweet out or put out certain things. And then when the public lashes out and ain't feeling it, they'll be like, man, y'all on my, oh man, y'all some haters. Y'all just hating on me. Like, bro, stop it. What reason do you think the world of boxing has to look at you? You didn't even fight your last fight. Your brother got scraped by a guy that gave you a hard time. Your fight got turned to a no contest because you was chiefing smoking marijuana. You know what I mean? What do you think people are just sitting around angry with you? Is how you're acting. That's why I told you this new generation is chopped. No accountability. It's very narcissistic in nature. Everybody else is the problem and not you. You are celebrating Andy Cruz losing in a competitive fight. You're talking about, oh, Ray Murataya belt to bro, you didn't do that. And then let me say this. I gotta say this. A lot of people are actually doing too much. They're actually doing too much. Here's why. People are like acting like Murataya, who I'm not mad if you had him winning, but it was still a competitive fight in general. Andy Cruz, at the end of the fight, his face looked cool. This was Murataya. So for you to be like belt to and like act like Andy Cruz got destroyed to the point where he should be. This is Ray Murataya, the winner. So as a champion, he was out here. You could tell he was in a fight. You know, credit to him for having some tenacity and being able to push through it. But let's not act like Andy Cruz was out there and he got knocked out or something. None of that happened. So, yeah, this is a big L for Keyshawn. For more boxing news, subscribe. I don't care who's mad.